Ladies and gentlemen, we need to talk about Xbox because what we're seeing right now isn't just another round of layoffs. This is one of the biggest turning points in Xbox history. Microsoft has once again swung the axe, cutting thousands of jobs across the company, with Xbox taking a significant hit. Teams have been reduced, projects have reportedly been canceled, and several studios have seen major staff losses. This comes after Microsoft spent nearly $70 billion buying Activision Blizzard and billions more acquiring Bethesda, building what looked like the greatest collection of game studios ever assembled. Yet here we are, watching that empire shrink before our eyes. Now, before people start yelling, Xbox is finished, let's slow down. The situation isn't that simple. Microsoft isn't lacking talented developers. They own some of the biggest names in gaming. The problem is that making blockbuster games has become incredibly expensive. AAA titles can take 5 to 7 years to develop, cost hundreds of millions of dollars, and one disappointing launch can wipe out years of investment. On top of that, Xbox consoles continue to trail PlayStation in sales, while Nintendo keeps doing its own thing and somehow prints money every generation. Then there's Game Pass. It was supposed to change everything. The idea was brilliant. Build a Netflix-style subscription service where players get access to hundreds of games. While it's been successful in many ways, it hasn't completely transformed the gaming industry the way many expected. Microsoft still has to justify enormous development costs while convincing people to stay subscribed month after month. What's really interesting is Microsoft's vision for Xbox. They don't just want Xbox to be a console anymore. They want Xbox to exist everywhere. PCs, handhelds, cloud gaming, smart TVs, and mobile devices. It's an ambitious strategy, but fans still care about one thing above everything else: great games. When talented developers lose their jobs and studios are restructured, it's fair to wonder who's going to make those unforgettable experiences that keep players invested. You also have to think about the people still working there. Imagine spending years making a game only to watch coworkers leave overnight. Even if your own job is safe, uncertainty affects creativity. Developers take fewer risks when they're worried about whether they'll still have a job after their next project. That's one of the hidden costs of layoffs that people don't always talk about. Now, to be fair, there is another side to this. Microsoft may genuinely believe the Xbox business became too large after years of acquisitions. If cutting costs allows them to focus on their strongest studios, improve efficiency, and deliver games more consistently, then these painful decisions could strengthen Xbox in the long run. Businesses can't keep spending endlessly if the returns aren't there. But here's the issue. Xbox has spent years telling fans that the next big moment is just around the corner. First it was Bethesda, then it was Activision Blizzard, then it was Game Pass, now it's restructuring. At some point, gamers stop buying promises and start expecting results. They don't care about corporate strategies, they care about great games showing up consistently. So, is this good or bad? Honestly, it's probably both. In the short term, it's undeniably bad for the talented people who lost their jobs and for the uncertainty surrounding Xbox's future. But if Microsoft learns from this, focuses on quality instead of quantity, and finally delivers the incredible games its studios are capable of making, Xbox could come out stronger a few years from now. Because at the end of the day, nobody remembers corporate restructuring plans. People remember Halo. They remember Gears of War. They remember Forza. They remember Doom, Fallout, Call of Duty, Diablo, and The Elder Scrolls. Microsoft owns one of the greatest collections of gaming franchises ever assembled. The question isn't whether Xbox has the talent or the IP. The question is whether they can finally turn all that potential into consistent greatness before fans run out of patience. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and make sure to like and subscribe.